Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the red Fiero once again, and we're going to be doing something to the inside that I've been needing to do for quite some time now. So on the inside of my car, besides it being extremely dirty right now, it's in pretty good shape. I've done a whole bunch of stuff to it to try and make the inside a little bit better, and the only thing that is left that I have not done that I need to do is this piece right here, the little shifter surround. Because it is coming apart on the other side. It's kind of coming apart over there, and over here it's really warped really badly. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to show you guys how to fix it today. It's actually a very simple process. You just got to take it off and do it. So I'm going to take this off and we are going to do that today. So for taking this panel off, the very first step is to take off your shift knob. Mine is probably going to be a little bit different because I have to take off some Allen screws. If you have an automatic Fiero, you have a little pin on the back. You pop that out with a little screwdriver and you can pull the whole thing straight up. If you have a manual Fiero, it just unscrews and the whole thing comes right off. So I'm going to get this off and I'll show you guys the next step. All right, now that your shift knob is off, next step is to flip up these and take out your ashtrays. Shouldn't really be held on with anything. After you take those out, you are exposed to these 4 7mm bolts that are in there, and you got to take those off next, and this whole piece should come right up. And now, after you take out these 4 bolts, this whole thing should be loose, and it should be able to come right out. So I'm just going to pick this up, maybe. Just like that. Oh, and there is a little light that goes onto your shifter if you have an automatic, so you might just have to take that guy out and then you'll be free. And just like that, we are completely free now with the trim piece. I am going to go back into my house and I'll show you guys what the next step is. All right, we are inside now and let's get started on fixing this. So the things you're going to need, we have this piece inside. We're going to need this product called Goop. This is what we're going to be using to glue the sides back together. And then to hold the sides together, we're going to use some clamps. So I just have a whole bunch right here to choose from. And then you're also going to want some wood to actually clamp to so you don't make any indentations in the actual vinyl. I also have some tape here just to help protect it a little bit better. I also have a cat for emotional support. You don't have to do this, but I already did, and a lot of these already will do this. I actually separated this piece from this piece. It's just a whole bunch of little plastic spots right here that hold it on. I just took mine off because I want to try and fix this, so I need to push it in over here. A lot of them are already broken, so it's already off, but I just did that. Thought I would tell you. So the first thing is you are going to take a knife or something like that, and you are going to go in here and clean all of this foam stuff out, so then the goop has a good thing to adhere the plastic to the vinyl so it actually holds. All right, I just took some of the foam out, so now I have a clean surface to actually go in here. So I'm going to start out with this one because it's clearly the worst. You want to put all the goop in this little crevice here, so then you can push it together and have the glue kind of sandwich in between the plastic and the actual vinyl. And the whole goal is you want to try and take your wood like this, and you're going to want to try and like roll it over and then clamp it down, so then this is held in place exactly where it should be, and then you can let it dry like that. I'm gonna try it and we will see how it goes. Okay, so I just got this side on. You can see this was the side that had the huge warp in it, and now it is sitting flat. So basically you have to put the goop on the inside over here, and then you have to kind of fold it over with the wood and then have wood on both sides and clamp it down and hold it in place. It's pretty hard to do by yourself, but it is doable. If you have all the clamps you need, you can probably do both sides at once. I don't, so I'm just going to be doing one side at a time, but that's really it. And now you just have to wait until this goop dries and you should be all set. This does make a pretty big mess, so you don't need a ton of goop, just enough to coat the entire inside. I used a bit too much and I got it all over my hands and everything, but yeah, I just gotta let this sit now and I'll come back and show you when it's dry. All right, I just found another way to actually do this with the clamps that I had and the extra piece of wood. So you put the wood on the side with the vinyl, and you can actually clamp this down sideways, and you can see it kind of squeezes the glue out this and actually holds it straight, just how it should. So that's another way to do it if you don't have these style clamps, or if you just have limited resources like I do. So yeah, now I have both sides done, and I just gotta wait, and we'll see how they look when they're dry.
Much later.
Okay, it's been 24 hours later, and we can see on here that all the glue is completely dry. So let's take these off and see how it looks. All right, and there you have it. You can see this is completely smooth over here. This side is pretty good too. This was the really bad side. You can see there's a little bit right here where I didn't get it clamped down quite good enough, but it's still not moving at all. I can still probably tear this up and redo it if I really want to, but I am pretty happy with it. I still have a spot right here to do on the top because I couldn't do it with the other stuff. So I'm gonna do that now and clamp it down, and we'll see when it's completely done.
"12 seconds later."
We are all done. So here is the finished product. You can see that this definitely helped the warping on both sides of this. It is looking pretty good now. And if you really wanted to, you could glue this back on how it was, or you could just leave it off and put it on, because when you actually attach it to the car, the bolts actually attach to this top piece. So when you set this in, this will go on top, and it'll kind of like sandwich it in and hold it in. That's kind of what I'm gonna do. That's how it is on my other car and on my friend's car, and we have had no issues with it whatsoever. And it'll make it easier if you ever have to take this off again. It's just easier to work with two different pieces. I'm gonna go and throw this into the car, and we'll be able to see what it looks like all put back together. All right, folks, and there you have it. It's all back installed into the car, and you can see it looks a lot better than it did before. There's no warping on the sides or anything, and I think it actually turned out really good, especially for like the $6 it was for this goop stuff. It's really all you need, and some of those clamps, but most people have the clamps just laying around. So spend the $6 on the goop, and that's really all you need, and you can make these look as good as new. That really wraps it up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. So see you later.